Hi guys, it's me again, back in my new setup. We're still working on tweaking things. I got rid of some of the clutter behind me, and because I started talking instantly, my dog is like, "Ooh!" I can see what's going on. This one I'm gonna keep kind of short. It's this one's gonna be more of a reminder to look for the positive things. We've been talking a lot about, well, I've been talking about a lot of tough topics, and when you're doing that, it's a good and bad thing because it gives the information that people are not alone when they're going through this, but also it kind of, you want to kind of equal that out to the positive things. Uh, Something that I've kind of just done as a trait of mine is every day, which it's hard some days, but every day I look for one positive. My day could be going to hell in a handbasket, and I have to look for one positive. Whether it be I woke up, whether it be my husband got home safe, whether it be my dogs didn't drive me up the wall, like something. And when you start focusing more on the positive of things, you start realizing life isn't that bad. Like, you may be going through tough crap, but it's not that bad. And something that I've kind of been noticing a lot is a lot of people, like, they know the whole be positive, but they don't. When times get tough, it's hard to stay positive. I'm a natural positive person. Like, my entire personality is to always see the best in situations. And there are times where it's hard for me. And that's just one of those things where you just kind of, hi Jack, you kind of have to say, no, I'm not going to let this define my day or define me. I am going to continue. And it's not easy, but it's something that's worthwhile. I mean, I lost my job back in December, and it was tough because the situation was completely out of my control. I did everything by the book, and it still wasn't enough. And it's a tough thing to realize because I'm used to pretty much working and never. I leave the company, we should progress where I'm at, and never have taken a step back. So this was a hard thing for me to swallow because I lost a friendship in the middle of it, which just was hard. But during those first few weeks of me not working, I was so upset, and so I couldn't find the positive of any of it. So for like the first month, like, it was literally a long time for me. I couldn't quit dwelling on it. I just couldn't figure out why it was me that was having this happen. Like, I am a hard worker. I couldn't figure out why. And then towards the end of last month, or, well, we're in March now, towards the end of January, I started realizing that it was a terrible situation. It sucked, and quite honestly, I don't agree with it, but in the end, things got worked out. We were stressed out about money for a little bit, and then money got situated. And then we did our taxes, and we were like, holy crap, we owe the state so much, and we got that figured out. So, like, each obstacle that we've had for the last, like, 4 months, we've managed to go through these situations that, like, at the beginning of the day, I'm just like, how are we going to do this? I don't know how we're going to do this. And then with me losing my job, it was just kind of like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And it took a bit for me to realize that whether or not I wanted it to happen, it was going to happen. And I had to start looking for the positives. Positive about it was that for the time being, I get to spend more time at home with my dogs and get things done here. and be able to start my little project. Another thing is I got to focus more on me and my husband and stop stressing about her things, which was very helpful. It's one of those things where you just gotta take it as what it is. I mean, I'm still looking for a job and I'm still trying to progress and continue on, but especially in this day and age, it's hard to get a job. And it's hard to, when you're going through the interview processes, to keep having them and then keep failing and you don't know why, because you're doing the same stuff that you did years before that aced everything, and you have even more experience now. So it's one of those things that I the first few jobs that I interviewed with after I lost my job, I thought it was a guarantee because I was like, I have all the requirements, it went well, and then I didn't get the job. And I was just sitting there thinking, what is wrong with me to make people not want to pick me? And I'm still dealing with this one because it's hard. I mean, we're doing fine, but it would be helpful for me to be able to work. And it's one of those things that you can only take so much rejection before you're kind of like, I throw my hands up. What? I can't do this anymore. And that point has hit me several times, and I've gotten up again, and I'm like, no, they lost out on a good opportunity. I'm not gonna be dwelling on this, and I stopped stressing out so much about every little detail and started actually enjoying my days, because for the first like month and a half, like I literally just sat at home stressing, trying to job hunt, and it was beyond frustrating because I'd go to bed stressed out, I'd wake up stressed out. There was nothing that could relieve that stress until finally, like, we got our finances situated, but it's just things pop up, so it's helpful to have two people working. And I started realizing I'm home. I get to be with my pups, as annoying as they are. I get to cook dinner every single night for my husband and not be exhausted because of my work day. I get to clean the apartment so that I'm not having to do it at the end of the week. I have so much more free time now to be able to do things that I actually enjoy and still do the job hunt. And that's something that took me a little bit to kind of work through, was I can still multitask with this and still be kind of having fun nights and fun days. And it's tough to stay positive when that's happened, because I started working when I was 16 or 17, and other than my maternity leave, I have never not had a job. I don't ever recall that. And it's weird to me because, like, I'm planning on being a stay-at-home mom, so this will be pretty much my life once I have kids. But when you don't have kids and you're not having everything settled, you don't have a house yet and all that stuff, it's not the right time. And it's given me kind of a taste of what it will be like and what to expect, and know that I'm most likely going to have some hobbies, because I cannot just sit at home doing nothing all day, especially with a toddler. Can't do it. So I'm going to make this one kind of short just because I've been doing a lot of long ones. But my food for thought is, the day or the minute or the second that you feel like you're about to break. And as sad as it is, it happens to a lot of us more often than not. You need to breathe and sit there for a second. And your situation could be just crappy, and it needs to change. But at that moment, you can't do anything without clearing your head, and the best way to do that is, first off, praying. But if that's not your thing, which it should be, then I would recommend doing the positive thing, find something in that day, in that moment, that you are thankful about. It could be such a small thing, but focus on that and just let everything else drain away and relax yourself, and then focus on the problem at hand. Like, if you're having a bad time at work and the situation's just not improving, take a second, breathe, and then focus and see what needs to change. Is it your attitude at work that needs to change? Or is it that you need to start trying to talk to whoever you're underneath and see if it can change that way? Because you're going to continually get angry every single day unless you try to change it. And that doesn't always mean quit. It doesn't always mean stomp out of there and say, I'm done with you, bye. I'm not doing it. It's a great feeling, I'm sure, to leave a company that's made you angry and be like, bye ya, and completely burn the bridge. But something that I've learned from my father, and definitely through my work experience, don't burn bridges, because you never know what will happen, and it's better off for you not to. So try to keep a level head and try to be positive in every situation that you're dealing with right now, and that if for some odd reason you're going through a hard time and you just don't know how to go through it, but you feel weird or awkward praying about it on your own, or that's not really your thing, but you would like that, send me a message or put in a comment that, hey, I have something I want to talk to you about, or I want to have a prayer request or something, and I'll reach out to you and we can be able to talk about it. And it doesn't always have to be a praying session, but it's good to talk to people about it. So I hope this gives some insight and some helpful words of wisdom. It's helped me in my past, and I hope you guys are having a gorgeous day. I'm going to make dinner here soon, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.